Welcome. This is Jane Gardner, and welcome to HomeBizStartupTv, the weekly show on how to start, run, and grow your own home business. Today, we're going to be talking about mindset, and we're going to be talking about strategy, messaging. So, hello, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Jane Gardner, and I work with my husband in our own structural engineering firm for the last 20 years. And I came onto the internet to the business of at-home business I created in order to help others to start up their own home business. And on this show, we're going to be talking about mindset of the entrepreneur and also, obviously, get your message out. So today's show is all about having the mindset of the entrepreneur. We're going to go over the view of what we're going to be talking about in the mindset of the entrepreneur. As well, we'll be doing an overview on getting your message out today. So let's get started and let's go and talk about the mindset of the entrepreneur. And excuse me. So when you're an entrepreneur, to be successful, you have to have a certain mindset and have traits that will make you more successful. For example, having a positive attitude. We're going to be talking about at least 3 sessions. And passion, we're going to be talking about passion of the entrepreneur on a session and what you can do to increase your action taking as well as an entrepreneur. And then we're going to be talking about embracing the change. You have to be willing to change as an entrepreneur. And we'll be talking about that, as well as persistence, relentlessness, and determination, and the willingness to take failure as feedback rather than failure as failure. What's your big why? What's the big picture? Who are you doing it for? Is it you or for someone else? And patience, how to be a patient but also action-taking entrepreneur. And of course, very important, be willing to learn many things during your career as your entrepreneur, as well as being willing to listen and share with others. So for more on the mindset, you can go visit http://jgtips.com/mindset. And I also have a weekly Entrepreneur Mindset magazine with action steps to improve your action, as well as a 5-minute video on mindset with action step workshops. This is a no-brainer mindset trainer at jgtips.com mindset trainer. So that was a quick overview of the mindset of the entrepreneur. We'll be talking about that in more detail later. So that was very interesting as well, being in a home business. My cat decided to meow while we were having that. So we're all about being live, and I'm also all about being imperfect. So you're going to have many fumbles and blunders and everything else, just because I want to show my human side. I don't want to be perfect, and I want to get this done. Just like you should get this done and be an action taker as well. So this will be very interesting, talking about the mindset of the entrepreneur. Some of them I have the traits, and some of them I don't, and I need to develop them. So as well, you'll be getting tips on how to develop some of these traits if you don't feel you have them in a good process in order to have success. So that's what we're going to be talking about over the year in a mindset of the entrepreneur, and there'll be steps for you to take in order to develop that. So now we're going to be talking about the getting your message out. We'll do an overview outline of what the episode is all about. It's all about your messaging and who you are. So let's go see if I can find that, and I think I can see it right here. It's called Get Your Message Out. And in the episode, there are there's at least, I should think by now, there's about 3.9 billion people on the internet today. I'll probably have to update this slide. But obviously, and there's millions of websites and everything. So in order for you to connect with those who are on the internet, you need to get your messaging first developed and then get out there. on social media and into the web in order to have a home business. So on Get Your Message Out, we'll be having 4-week trainings on you and your brand. What is a brand? What does it mean? It isn't what you think it is. It's not the logo. It's more about your vision, your goal, and your mission, and how you develop that into a message that everybody understands about you. And then we'll be talking about how to develop your website so that it reflects your messages and your values and your mission. And then we'll be talking about you and social media. Which one should you use in your business? You can't use every single one, so you have to decide which one is best for your business. And then, of course, what kind of messaging you put on the social media platform. So we'll have a look at the various social media platforms. There are quite a few, so 4-week trainings on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Periscope, Google+, live streaming to YouTube. Medium is another place you could put your messaging, as well as podcasting, which is what I'm doing now. Webcasting, I guess you could call this video podcast. And Snapchat we might have a look at if it's still there. And Tumblr, etc., etc. There's so many social media platforms out there. So which one do you go on? So we'll have a 4-week trainings on the various platforms of social media and why you should be on that platform. Should you be on it for your business? Is it your audience or isn't it your audience? What is the design of the platform and how you can quickly set yourself up on that platform in terms of making a presence on that platform, and how you can leverage the platform for your business, and how to quickly set up your presence on the platform or not if you feel it's not where your audience is. So you always have to make sure you know who your audience is. And then get your message out. But how is it possible in 10-minute trainings for 4 weeks to cover all the information you need to know about your website or social media? Well, it's not possible to cover everything in 4 weeks in a training about your website or your brand. So there'll be offers along the way to get done quicker with me on a different place, and obviously in a different training and course. However, Get Your Message Out, which used to be a Tuesday, will give you ideas on how to implement and create your social media presence, give you an idea on how you can get started and what you can do right away. And that's what I'm all about, is implementation. So next time, we're going to be talking about you and your brand, what it is, what it isn't. You need to know what your business is all about, and so that you can define your goals, your vision, your mission, your values for your business, so that your messaging will reflect all of those, so that people will know, like, and trust you. They'll be attracted to your website. They'll be attracted to you as a person, as well as attracted to your business. This is all before you do anything with your website or social media. So you have to first start with looking at who you are as a business. So that's quite a bit, I know, quite a large outline for the show, but I think if we do it in 4-week trainings, it'll give you a lot of ideas on whether or not you want to be on that social media platform, as well as how to develop your brand, ideas, etc. And yeah, it'll get you started on thinking about your messaging for your business, because your messaging is all about how people get to know you. So you have to make sure that your messaging is always consistent, and we certainly talk about your brand voice as well. I forgot to put that in there. Oh, there's just so much, and I did it over a year, so we'll be looking at it for over a year. But you can certainly develop each one of these within 4 weeks, and get at least some tips and trainings out of this as to how to get started. So I hope that will help you. So that will be what week 1 is all about. It will be about mindset of the entrepreneur, which is very important, as well as your messaging. And with those both together, you can develop your messaging and your brand and your vision and what you want to stand for and stand against. There's a clue. That's what your brand is. It's not what your logo is. So subscribe at http://homebizstartuptv.com, at thebusinessathombusiness.com, or quickly, the quick version of that is http://boahb.com, where if you subscribe on my list, you will probably get more value, what with worksheets and tips and trainings as we go along, and subscribe at HomeBizStartupTv.com. So thank you for listening. I hope you weren't overwhelmed by the outline. This is a year's worth of training, so don't worry. We'll be talking about what was the first one on the mindset of the entrepreneur again? We'll be talking about it wasn't passion. Oh, it was positive attitude. There we go. Positive attitude for mindset on next episode, and then we'll be talking about you and your brand. Start talking about you and your brand. There's a 4-week training on there with some action steps. So see you next time.